Hello and welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Time for some more Adam RPG. Our new Let's Play. Okay. So in the last episode, we roamed around town, talked to everybody, and tried to do a quest to get the mushrooms. Actually, we did do the quest, and returned our items to, what's her name there? The bartender's sister there. And then she gave us a note to give to the leader, the old leader of the town. And he gave us a quest to try to find the Snitch in the town, which we did find. However, that was Katya's. We went over here to this guy, to Kovalev, and we did find the Snitch. However, we were unable to persuade him to fess up, pretty much. And we do it. You can see we do have a gun. Yeah, so this was the guy right here. But apparently our... Let's discuss the current level again. Okay. See, our speechcraft and strength, we tried to do tests on that, but we failed both times that we did it. Yeah, see, we failed that. And then... right here, we failed that too, so... yeah, so I don't know exactly what we're supposed to do now that we failed that. We do have another quest over here to fix the, wherever it is, the water tank. I think it's over here. This thing right here, but I'm not sure exactly how we do that. We do have another quest to, and you can see we're poisoned and drugged. We went to the doctors and we took some kind of medication, which we thought would help us, but it just drugged us. Didn't cure the poison. So, and I'm thinking of just leaving the town and finding that city, that capital city where everybody else keeps talking about. I may head over there, just because I think I've done everything I can in the town here. So I figured if I leave town, maybe we can find something else outside the city. You're not sure what to do? Keep exploring. Alright, so that's the town there. Archwadion. And I don't know exactly where we have to go, but... so I think we may get some random encounters out here. Yeah, that's our map right here. Oh, there we go. So we're just going to head out. Like in follow, I know we hit random encounters when we go here. This looks like we get a little bit of a fog of war here. You see a trading caravan. Do you want to stop and trade? Yeah, let's meet them. Hopefully they're friendly to us. We're watching you. Great. Want to buy something? Talk to our boss. Must be the guy in the white right here. You see a small man in a leather vest and yoga pants. He looks at his watch and crosses his hands on his chest. Continue. If you want to buy something, we better do it soon. We're running late. Let's get this done right now. Show me the stuff. I don't think we have much to really trade with him. Let's see here. What do we get here? Corned meats, herbal mix. I think we tried some of that and it didn't do us any good. Salted fish. Combat, 9mm rounds. Gunpowder. Knife. It would be nice to get a knife. How much is the knife? Let's see how much it is. 67 rubles. What do we have to trade? Brick? It's worth 4 rubles. Empty bottle. It's worth 7 more. Salt. Up to 20. Trade your broken bottle. It's only worth 1. Canned meat. Soap. Corn. 37. Empty canteen. 36. Waste paper. We're close. I need 2 more. Let's take this back. Toilet paper. What do we want to get rid of? What can we get rid of? There we go. Empty bottle. Oh, we're so close. Let's see if he'll go for it. No way. Like 1 short. Okay, let's go with the 1 ruble right here for this. How about now? Alright, cool. Okay, so awesome. So let's so we got a knife on us now. Alright, cool. Go with that. I don't see anything. I don't know how we get that. I think we got it from one of the enemies that we fought. Gave some kind of poison. One second here. All right, let's see where we are now. Anything we can search over here? It's shift, no, control. Can't remember what it is we got to hit. I think it's either shift or alt, I thought. What's this right here? Here we are. Oh, what's this? Should check this out. You approach a small fortress. A mustached soldier at the gate raises his hand to stop you and lazily switches off the safety on his gun. Stop right there. He lowers the sunglasses and scans you personally suspiciously. Do you have papers? What papers? What are you talking about? The soldier puffs a cloud of smoke in general and raises his sunglasses, hiding his eyes from the world. What papers? You have permission to enter. A merchant certificate. KRS passport, Pregonian residence permit, and indulgence from the supreme priest of the cult of Saint Slavic. Party membership card, taxpayer's receipt. God, where can I get those different documents? I'm not an information desk. My job is to follow the rules. Your job is much easier. Provide necessary papers when asked. That will do. I'm leaving. Where do you think you're going? The road you led back you took led you straight to our lands. Just a heads up, no one has ever walked away from us. Did you pensions see the dangling corpses near the entrance? Am I getting through to you? So you hang right alongside them. Attack. You can't attack him. Good grief, rather just pay. Now you're talking. Okay. All of this back talk and your attempt at running is going to cost you 75 rubles, so 3 bottles of vodka, whichever works best for you. Come on, friend. Do we really need all this nonsense? Okay. Shit, soldier, don't make me angry. You want to see me angry. Oh, screw you. Dance like everyone's watching, because they are. With a face like stone, you start dancing something vaguely like a jig. Soldier smiles derisively, spits a cigarette stub on the ground, and lights up a new wallet. Continue. Right, that's better. Now grunt like a pig. Come on, oink oink for Uncle Commander. Oink oink. You lower your head and grunt like a pig. Humiliation be damned. The soldier guffaws where his comrades turn away in obvious interest. When you're finished, you finish grunting, you feel yourself blush with shame. This is great on my side. It's okay, pal. You put me in a good mood today. I grant you permission to enter my fortress. You're the boss here. So just his helmet, the word peace is emblazoned across the front. Takes a drag and a cigarette. Biggest boss leader, Wolves of Paragon, fighting unit in, well, Paragon. Regard the trade routes. Why did you hang those 3 over there? Those rascals, yeah, they were caught robbing travelers in the road and decided to make an example. Anyway, the guards need to have some fun once in a while. You can check their pockets if you're not too squeamish. Perhaps there's something left. Well, let's talk about something else. The fortress commander shrugs and takes a dragon's head. Could you answer a couple questions, Commander? You personally, obviously, doesn't charm the man enough to make him answer. Continue. Go talk to my men. I don't get paid to stand around answering questions. I see. I'll just do that. Okay, bye. Let's see what this guy has to offer. A happy-looking pot-bellied man is hunched over a makeshift barbecue, keeping one eye suspicious-looking meat on the grill and whistling a jaunty tune. A handful of weeds give your meat a hearty rub. The cook waves you up. He looks friendly. Waves you up. He looks friendly. Well, hello there, traveler. Looking to do some shopping? Possibly. Show me what you got. Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, I do not have any good bartering skills. Can I ask you a couple questions? Yeah, I think I can spare a few minutes. Go ahead. How do you end up working with the soldiers? Before I worked at an inn at the Paragon, but a tiny conflict of interest led me to quit. As soon as I got my layoff, I turned to some buddies working out of the way, and now here I am. What is this conflict of interest? Man, wags a finger at you. Curiosity killed the cat. Anyway, there's nothing to tell. What can be cured must be endured. I see. One more question. What can you tell me about this lovely outpost? Hell knows. There isn't much to tell. A fortress of this border of guards was built by some other warriors long before we got here. It doesn't seem we have helped them much, since nobody knows anything about their fate. So my secret's here. Let me ask you something else. What do you do for fun here? The place is on the edge of nowhere. Yeah, there isn't much to do around here, but there's a wall. There's a will, there's always something to do, and a way to entertain others as well. Plus, once or twice a month, a man from Paragon brings us some girls to visit us. Aha. If that kind of thing interests you, go to the inn in Paragon and ask for The cook throws you a saucy wink. I see. What have the people of the wasteland been talking about lately? The Guangzhou caravans from the Far East started arriving in our lands. These caravanners are real devils. They only know like 2 words in our language, but keep haggling until you're almost ready to pay for extra goods. It's an art form, in my opinion. Respect. So that's it. Is there anything else? I heard on the roadside Kokaz canteen not far from there, some odd fish was complaining that the wasteland are inhabited exclusively by liars, drunks, and thugs. Can you believe that? No one beat him up. He was too pitiful, and there's not many eccentrics left in these parts. What do you know? I bet there's not all you have to tell. Tell me more. A lot of travelers say that somewhere in the woods around here lives an old man who calls himself a wizard. He even uses a respectable wizardly name, the Minister. I suspect the old man is not a big fan of the bottle. How else could he come up with a story like that? Yeah, the war on drugs is in full swing. Yeah, that's it. That's the city we got to go to. Full swing in Krazow, many, and it won't stop until the streets are completely free of narcotics. Or, to put it another way, drug prices have skyrocketed. Something else. I suddenly changed my mind. Let's talk about something else. Your choice. Alright, I'll leave you by. What's this guy gonna say? You see a bearded soldier in a helmet with an old Soviet Army shirt called a gymnastica. He rocks on his heels, thumbs jammed up in his broad leather belt. The soldier winks when he sees you. Continue. Hiya. Hello to you. Could you answer a couple questions for me? You can ask, but I'll decide whether to answer. Tell me about yourself. No thanks. I don't like talking about myself to strangers. Okay. Then I have another question. If it's not a secret, what are you doing here? It's no secret at all. We're guarding the northern border of the civilized part of the wasteland. Paragon's merchants hired us. We guard the trade routes day and night. Cost vigilance. Very kind of another question. Are these lands dangerous? Extremely dangerous, but thanks to us, they're getting safer all the time. Yes, there are many places I wouldn't recommend to a civilian to go, but this fortress is not one of them. Any rumors in these parts? What are the humble folk in this region talking about? I've heard reports of human trafficking in other parts of the waste. Thankfully, we don't have much of that around here. I have nothing but utter contempt for slavery and everything connected to it. It's very commendable of you. Another question. Let's change the subject. Alright, that's enough. Okay. Okay. We're not doing so good here. Okay, that's... I think it's control we gotta hit. That shows us the enemies there. Probably also shows us stuff we can search. Let's go talk to this guy. Oh boy, this guy's weird looking. In front of you stands a man armored like a tank. He repeatedly striking his helmeted head against concrete blocks and crying out like kind of mantra. 1, 2, 3, below bell. Judging by the other guards' non-reaction, this happens on a regular basis. Are you alright? The soldier continues this self-torture. Either he can't hear or he's choosing to ignore you. Tries to hold tension by tapping on is curious. He doesn't notice you at first, but after you tap him once, he turns slowly and reluctantly in your direction. You flinch back from his oddly featured face. His eyes are naturally large and different colors. He looks at you silently, and then he blinks. When he blinks, his eyes aren't in sync. Cool voice. I'm not answering any questions. I don't like smartasses. Okay, then I'm leaving. See you. Okay. This guy guitar. A giant rises. A giant man rises in front of you. He's dressed in a uniform and trousers and a striply tank top. His mighty body oozes health and strength. However, his grin and a piercing glance in his icy blue eyes give you the chills. You look back at the giant as you recall the words of a wise advisor you once heard in Adam. There are fighters whose eyes reflect the emptiness and the horrors of war. Avoid them. They are afraid of death. And then there are fighters whose eyes are filled with drunken ecstasy in the battle of reflections of endless fields covered with enemies' bodies. Avoid them, for death is following them like a faithful dog. And it looks like right now you have to deal with a second kind of fighter. Your face seems familiar. Try to measure the annoyed look. Familiar? How come? Can't recall. Questions. What are you doing here? Waiting for a time when it won't be able to look at myself in the mirror without disgust. That's when I chose this profession. What do you know? Fine, let me ask you another question. What can you tell me about this place? It's a post-apocalyptic border outpost. Cooler uniforms, larger, more serious guns, but the way thinking is the same as the old Union. Bribes, smuggling, nepotism, pointless backstabbing. Well, ain't that just sad? Let me ask you something else. Are there any good rumors? I've heard that there are some foreign blockhead who thinks I am some kind of gossiping broad that is interested in the rumors. When I find out who it is, I'll rip their head up and stick a cabbage head on their neck instead. I'm not going to attack him. Fine. Let's talk about something else. Let's go. I'm not going to stab him. Let's see what we got going over here. There's not much I can do in here. Alright, let's just see what's this over here. Is there anything I can really do over here? Just go this way. Okay, that's interesting. Let's just go over here. If I can go anywhere. You notice 3 wanderers standing in the camp around a campfire. Would you like to stop and have a talk with them? Yeah, what the hell? Might as well. You see a tired man of about 30 with a lacerated face. In his strong, calloused hands, he holds in a rifle. The barrel is not aimed at anyone in particular, but wanders side to side, as if to settle on one of his companions at any second. Seeing you, the man lifts his weapon. Continued. Oh wow, another one joins the party. It's not in your best interest to swoop me, man. I could shoot you when you stand. Calm down, I just want to ask you some questions. Oh well, ask away. Who are you, even? Ivan Kondratiev, Vessel's bodyguard. Who's Vessel, you ask? The disco dancer-looking guy over there. But I won't be at his side for long. In the near future, I'll probably become a gun for hire because the shit got in today tasted pretty sour. So you ask my question, what are you standing there around here for? I'm standing here because I said to stand here. I'm not leaving this place until I know what's what. We're going to me, those 2 guys and the driver. First day turned out okay. Ashot pointed the way. He is our guide. Boris drove fine like always, and knowing his UAZ so good. He spent the night at old lady Nadia's cabin. She's a great old crone, you know, even when she's crazy about cats. She told us a story about a new kind of mutant hunting a local swamp, the leatherworm. One hell of a beast. Looks like a thin snake or large worm. If one of those critters sneaks through your ear and into your skull, it's the end of you. He'll possess your brain and your whole body and will be his. And he'll do it so well, no one can tell the difference. The biggest clue would be the possessed person begins to mix up names and forget small events of the past. Oh, another thing. That possessed human turns into a cannibal. It's a sciencey word for a man-eater. That's the story old Nadia told us. The next day we got into a car crash. It rained for a few days, so the road got all mushy like the gravel, but the slippery as heck, so we drove off the road. We found ourselves in the middle of some swamp an old crone told us about, and it's not even the worst of it. We got separated trying to get out of there. Boris sank. I fell. A-Shot ran off somewhere, and Westwood was doing God knows what outside anyone's view for 10 minutes or so. As a result, I don't trust the S2 anymore. Who knows? Maybe one of them is possessed by the leathery worm. Creepy, can I ask you somehow? Help somehow. Looks suspicious. How can you help me? If one of them is possessed, he'll never show it. Not until you turn your back on him, at least. I can try and talk with the others to search for clues. I think I know what your problem is. He lowers his weapon. Do tell, but forgive me if I don't believe you. Well, nah, nothing comes to mind really. Let's change the subject. The rumors to share. Give me a rumor in the near future. There's a guy in the swamp named Ivan who shot his guide and his boss because he believed they were dangerous mutants. Hope to God it won't come to this, but now I feel like it's the only way. I see. Here's another question. Oops, I changed my mind. You see a nervous-looking black-haired fellow of about 20. He's hugging himself and nervously glancing at his companions and you. It's an unlucky situation, damn it. Hey, can I ask you about stuff? Just be careful about it. Tell me about yourself. I'm Ashot Kaprov. I'm a guide for these two, you dig? I know the locale well, so I agreed to lead them to Krasimony. There are actually 3 at the beginning, but now I doubt they're even the same people that hired me. That's how it is. I see. I have a follow-up question. Why the vigil? It's not a secret. What else can I do? I won't go with them, that's for sure. They hired me to guide their car to Krasimony. Everything was going well at first. The driver drove, I navigated. We spent the night at old lady Zena's dilapidated gas station. She's quite a woman, you know, and she has a funny dog named Toby. But the morning the rain started, the real downpour, the driver couldn't handle the vehicle, smashed into some tree, and we plunged right into the swamp. Barely made it out alive. One more minute and we'd have sunk to the bottom with it, UAZ, along with the poor driver. When we finally got out, we suddenly knew where we were, in the skinworm swamp. The skinworm is a mutant that crawls inside of people through their mouths and starts controlling their bodies, you dig? And it's so good, nobody can tell the difference until it's too late. Until it leads you to some deserted place and starts eating your damn meat. So I ran from the swamp, but these two didn't go with me. They got lost or something. We regrouped, and we all got out of the swamp, but how do I know the skinworm didn't get in them? How can I guide them to the city when they might strangle me as soon as I turn my back? That's quite a tale. Can I help you out? Tiny bit of hope sparks in man's eyes. You really want to help? That's good. That's very good. But will you be able to? A real human shows little or no difference from a person controlled by the mutant. They fully copy the original. They mix up their memories occasionally or forget their names and some other details, but that's it. I can try and talk with the others to search for clues. Pretty strange, I suspect. Well, now nothing comes to mind. Let's change the subject. Okay, let's not yet. Okay, love this guy. This is the weirdo. Oh boy. He looks like Nick Offerman a little bit from Parks and Recreation. A little bit. You see a serious-looking, clean-shaven, middle-aged man with an almost concealed bald spot, neatly trimmed mustache. He's dressed in a brown suit, red shirt, and patent leather shoes. His surprisingly rich outfit is complemented by gilt frame eyeglasses and metallic chain around his fat neck. Man looks at your angle, obviously very tense about something. Hey, you plebe. Are you a local? Spill the beans. I don't have a lot of patience right now, thanks to these two nitwits. Nope, sorry, I'm just passing by. Just want to grasp. Damn shit, how much longer should I sit here with these two nut jobs of all people? Man glances hatefully at his companions. Ugh, fuck my life. Can I ask you a few questions? Ask away. What else is there to do but talk? Who are you? Surprised, but then shakes his head remembering that no one here knows him. Vlasimir Markalev is my name. Trade is my game. I'm the famous owner of Markalev & Son Cooperative. What? Never heard of us? Unfucking believable. What is this shithole? Sorry, I've never heard of it. Stay silent. The man looks angry at the point somewhere in the horizon. He exhales sadly. So what happened here? The man looks vexed. A wealthy, intelligent man got stuck here with these two chimps. That's what happened here. I was invited to Cosmetic to have a talk with the Chamber of Commerce. Since I try to grow my business any way possible, I took the offer without a second thought. I dressed in my best outfit, packed my samples of my wares, hired a guide, and brought along my guard. Thought he was my best anyway, and got Boris behind the wheel, and we ended up in the rotten corner of the waste. Then what? After that, there was a road or should I say lack thereof, nothing our UAZ couldn't handle, though at least in the beginning. 'Twas a jolly ride. The local plebes wouldn't have caught up if they had tried. It was quite nice, actually, sitting in a warm car looking at the trees passing by. When night came, we stayed at old lady Valia's house. She's a good old gal, you know. She lives alone with her cat, Petka, and doesn't fear anything. A real queen of her ruined gas station, but this time she didn't just feed us and put us to bed. She told us a story about the skinworm, how it targets people traveling alone, how it drives mad and destroys the companions, utterly devours them. What kind of beast is the skinworm? There is no such beast. The whole idea is moronic. The old wives' tale. Proletarian folklore made up by people who trade with old Valia. Anyway, the legend goes that there is a mutant in a local swamp, and if you walk there alone, it falls down from a branch and crawls inside your mouth. And once it's inside you, it connects with the nervous system, destroys you personally, and switches to its own. Then your body becomes a sort of doll, controlled by the worm from the inside, but you don't look any different. Nobody ever notices the change. There's only one major difference. The worm has double trouble with your memories. He'll mix up names and locations, things like that. And do you know why he takes people over? To lure humans into a trap and feast on their flesh. Only human flesh is nutritious to lure, they say. But it's all bullshit, moronic bullshit. You don't say what happened next. He's filled with deep torment. Continue the drive in the morning. We'd have been in Cosmoni by noon if it were not by the cursed fog. It's like driving through cotton batting. My Boris was an ace driver, but he couldn't see for squat. He crashed into a tree. And how we all ended up in the swamp. The tree, the samples, the car, and us inside of it, all into that stinking sinkhole. We, myself, Ivan the guard, and Kasparov the guard, were able to clamber out of the roof. Boris stuck his head on the windshield. He sank to the bottom with all our stuff a few minutes later. The water kept bubbling for half an hour or so. Then what? And sniffs. Then we saw we were in the same swamp from Valia's story. Kasparov ran off straight away. It's what you get when you get with locals. He just took off like a hare through the underbrush. Me and Ivan followed, but Ivan fell into a bush while I kept going. He got a leg cramp or something. In other words, the three of us were separated for a while. We only grew when we arrived here. Right then would be a great time to look for some locals and get help, right? Not according to those two. Kaspar, friggin' savage, told us he won't move or show us the way anymore because he can't guarantee some of us have been changed by the worm. And Ivan, who I trusted with my life, repeated the same bullshit, saying, Vasilad, how can I be sure you're not infected by the worm? And I don't know about the guide either. Maybe you're cannibals now. Maybe you're just waiting for the chance to knock me over the head and on my tender flanks. Now we're in a dilemma. I want to find help to get my car out of the swamp, but I can't do it without a guide. And if the guide's not going anywhere since he's afraid we'll eat him, my guide simply wants to abandon us as soon as his leg feels better. Meanwhile, he's threatening to shoot anyone who makes a move. I would have shot him myself, but I have no gun, and I pity the idiot. He served me faithfully for years, didn't he? Anyway, that's why we're here, just sitting, waiting for a catastrophe to somehow work itself out. I can help you, Delman. Look at hope in his eyes. Really well. Your guide is mixed. Let's see, mixed up a lot of information. Your guard isn't acting like himself. If I were you, I'd run. They both seem unnatural. I spoke with all of you and came to a surprising conclusion. Oh boy. Okay. What kind of conclusion? You're all okay people and you just get spooked by no folktale. That's it. You're saying different things. I'm out of here. Let's just turn this on. That's it. The man slowly turns his head and straight eyed. There's something in his gleaming glance now, something you can't properly understand. Without saying why the smiles turn out at you. Thank you for the kind words. Now you better go. I better go. Achievement unlocked. But was that the correct decision? I don't know. I don't know where to go now. Guess we go over here. Let's see where this goes. We were just there. I don't think I want to. I think this is just where I was. It's over here. You've been ambushed by the members of some murderous doomsday cult. If you don't do anything, they will surely attack you. Try to escape. Talk your way out. 55% chance. Great. You managed to talk your way out of this predicament. You open field and good. That's good. You're being followed by a small pack of hungry wolves. If you won't do anything, they surely attack you. Try to escape. 55% chance. Success. Good. I don't know where to go now. If I keep wandering around here, I'm going to get attacked again, probably. I don't know where to go. Trading chairman, stop and trade, walk past them. We were already did that. So it looks like I'm going to keep getting into these little encounters. Something's bound to happen somewhere. Suddenly you hear rustling in the roadside bush, and at a brief moment, some giant monster attacks you. You need to act quickly. Let's try to escape. Success! Track the monster. Successfully escape. Good. Well, we're getting lucky, I think, with these. Okay. We should eat something. Can we eat any of this stuff? Healed 1 health point. Okay. I don't know if that was worth it, but. Giant locks of spiderweb rustle in the creaks of dark thicket. Oh no, you accidentally stumbled on a lair of shillabits. Try to escape. Hey. So we got some boat over here. Something going on here. Is this a safe zone? Is that what's okay? A thin man with thick sideburns runs out to meet your entrance. He stretches his arm forward, clears his throat, and says, "Stop. As an official, I must inform you that you have to pay a fee to enter the merchant's camp." What do you mean a fee? You can walk wherever you want, but you don't have to pay to enter the city tent or the ship because we just don't want any rabble to loaf around here. And who are you, official? Now makes a pause, but quickly gains a caution, frowns, looking as serious as he can. I'm an official. As for my name, I'm not bound to tell it. Peregrine will enter the camp? Of course, but why would anyone want to do that? Unless he's a spy, of course, a gangster, or one of Dan's men. So where can he obtain a pass? Points a small hut to his left. Tobacco smoke pours out of its doors, and a hoarse vinyl record is heard. Here in our office, talk to Philip Petrovich, the officer of the checkpoint. He's the one at the desk. Okay, I got you. I'll go get my bearings. But don't forget, you can't access the ship or tent or anything without a pass. Have a nice experience in Paragon. Yeah, very nice. Bye. Is it in here? Looks like I gotta go talk to this guy. Close. Middle-aged official engrossed in fulfilling some boring document. He uses the old-fashioned quill as he dips a makeshift inkwell. Only after he finishes another paragraph does he raise his myopic eyes at you. Yes, can I help you? Are you responsible for passes? The man clears his throat, pulls a quill and some small plastic, and closes the inkwell with the jar lid. Yes, you're talking to the right man. I'm Philip Petrovich, the head of the pass service. Are you familiar with our prices? No, enlighten me. One pass is 30 rubles. You can get 5 passes for 150, and 10 passes you might as well get for yourself at 300. We only sell them in such batches. Why in these batches? Reproach. To facilitate paperwork. Why else? I got you. Let's change the subject then. Okay. Please distract me badly. I have no time for this. Guess I can't. Oh, that's the record player right there. What are you working on? I mean, it gives you an annoyed look. Apparently you haven't got the right side of him. Sorry, it's any business. Okay, let's change the subject then. Okay. Okay, go in the city. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to, but I'm going to talk to some people. A young curvy woman who looks like she has recently escaped a kolkhoz is working slowly around the area as if she's expecting to meet someone and they're running late. She smiles for a moment and sees you, but then her expression grows grim. Apparently you're not the one she's waiting for. Hey there, lost comrade. Hey, lost comrade? Are you waiting for someone? Yeah, his name is Erast, and he's the love of my life. Looking asshole. He is an elegant-looking bloke, merchant by trade. Have you seen him? I'm guessing not. He's out here in a caravan someplace, but one day I'll return. Just know it. When he does. Weird of you to call me love of your life, and I saw what happened between you two. Hey, we had success. Finally. The woman curses under her breath and spits on the ground. Yeah, something happened, all right. My mom was plenty sick last year, and the doc gave me a list of medicine that was worth more than my whole household, so I started working on the side selling some stuff in Paragon. But when Eris found me, he started courting me, calling me a sweet little lady, untouched by a civilian. This Neolithic Venus, his honey bun. The guy's mouth dripped honey. Simple gal that I am, I fell for him. Decided we get married, care my mom, get a bigger house, maybe make some kids too. The firstborn will become a doctor, the other lawyers or nuclear physicist. How romantic. When did you choose those professions? Well, the doctor is the most important person in the modern world. That's when the first one needs to get a degree. Lawyers get paid tons of money. Nuclear scientists are pretty helpful. And when you're trying to repel raiders, one attack and our boy's going to roll out an atomic bomb. How's that for a scare? Anyway, here's the deal with Erst. I don't understand why, but after a few hot nights in the bushes, a guy started avoiding me. No more beautiful words, no more gifts, no more watching the sunset. He even stopped asking me about my mother's health. A few days later, he told me he's planning to run a caravan off the North Pole and trade matryoshkas for sealskins with their chakas. He told me it's going to take him 8 years, but when he comes back, we'll get married and everything else. Wow. I cried a lot, but decided to wait for him. Chaining a man to yourself ain't going to do much, after all. So let him roam the North Pole for a bit, but then one day I stumbled upon him right here in a tavern in town, drunk out of his mind and surrounded by prostitutes. The bastard never even went to the pole. All he wanted was my body. I considered drowning myself in a pond for a while, but there I got angry instead. But by then he already gone, left with a caravan for some nearby city. But really no worries, one day he'll return, and that's when I'll stab him with this. Jeez. Seriously, a huge knife from her travel bag. Assault him and you'll ruin your whole life. No, what's this? Suit yourself. Care to change the subject? Ask me anything else. See if I care. Okay, I guess we can talk. Where are you supposed to be? Name's Lisa. Don't tell me yours, though. I'm not in the mood for making new friends. As you wish, Lisa. Another question. What are you busy with? I'm from a cold cuts called Victor's Song. You'll never have heard of it, I'll bet. It's a long way from here. The one near the bigger trade routes overgrown with plants and brush. You're pretty far from home. Next question. What can I tell you? What can you tell me about Paragon? The merchants must be happy with this place. They can trade, they can drink, and they can chat up their buddies in other towns. Regular folk don't come here much. Yeah, traders love Paragon. Another question. Know any fresh rumors? Rumors are the lifeblood of the waste. Here's a funny one. A guy from Coconuts, Vita Mockingbird, they called him, built a tavern on the trade route. Everything was going well until a guy named Ramses, the cook, stopped by. When the midget got his food, he immediately started throwing it around everywhere and cursing out the owners at full volume. The dish isn't fresh, it's frozen. This ain't fermented, it's rotten. There's a dead mermic in the freezer. Then he declares he's going to write an article about the tavern in a huge newspaper warning merchants to avoid the place if they don't want to get poisoned. Long story short, a couple of local kids tied each of his legs to a different horse and then ran him off his directions. The guys gotcha still decorating the tree branches. It's quite festive, but unfortunately out of season. Nothing beats this village. Josh does another question. Killing a guy because of his honest critique, your people are savages by. Nothing beats another question. So ask me anything and see if I care. This one, nothing more. Okay. Alright. Let's see what else we got going on here. Apparently I can still go in the city without a pass. What do we got going on here? Make some railroad tracks here. There's some people over here. Let's go talk to this guy. Oh, jeez. A thin man with a small red beard wearing a clean apron welcomes you with a friendly wave. Once a homely smile settles in his face. This guy is really happy to see you. Aloha, traveler. I've never seen you around. You look hungry and tired. Come on over. The meat is roasting on the coals as we speak. Sounds tasty. More than taste, traveler. Our marinades have more herbs and spices than our competitors can name. Our goal was to prepare the yummiest food in the waste. A patron who gets a delicious dish is sure to come back for more. Nice speech. Can we talk first? I love talking. Would you like to know? How about yourself? What's there to tell? I worked in a restaurant all through my childhood. I brought people their food and helped with the cooking. Then the bombs hit. What can you do? But a person who's accustomed to eating good meals can't eat bugs and stale cracks the rest of his life. So tell me, Anton here me and Anton got together and opened up the best darn meat roasting joint in the waste. So that's the story. Another question. Give me 1 second. Playing RPGs definitely makes you thirsty. How long have you been in business? My hometown in Monkoluk on the moor is still burning when I began painting the flames of my first barbecue. Since then, I've traveled a lot and finally my roots down here in Paragon. What a place to live. Must be great having a home. Another question. What are your thoughts on this place? Paragon, this? And it gives you a happy thumbs up. There are scandals and problems everywhere, but even people who hate each other agree on one thing. Even Curdia, that's me, serves the best damn meat in the land. And it's worth it to sit down and forget you're feeding, at least as long as you're eating your meal. Sounds really good. Now another question. You're going to get rumors from your clients? The man smiles mysteriously, then winks. Sorry, but what goes around my shack stays in my shack, although I did hear a funny story while I was fetching an order of fresh meat nearby. Supposedly there's a society in the waste that's totally obsessed with Lenin. You're trying to save one of Lenin's statues from scavengers who want to melt it down for scrap. This group likes to dress in old military garb and his really weird way of speaking. Oh, how I'd love to meet a strange guy like that. Can I ask you something else? Let's change the subject. Somebody got need some meat. Let's see here. Ask our cook for cook stuff, but I can tell you for a change. Let's see what you got. Barter. By the way, I told you I'm interested in purchasing this franchise. Maybe you would give me a discount. No. I'm a big fan of meat and all sorts of herbs and spices. I'll be your best client ever. Can you give me a discount based on this fact? Nope. People are going to think about my food if I start giving it away for free. Just try your cooking, friend. It's worth every barter. What do we got here? It's got coffee too. Expensive coffee. See anything good here? I don't see any meat here. Okay, let's talk to this guy. A short, thin fellow turns to his empty stare at you, looking away again. He drones. How much? How much for what? Man goes the direction, seeing it the first time. How many portions of meat do you want, or are you not here for the meat? Now, that's the cook's job. This meeting partner, though, doesn't usually serve the guests. What did you offer them? I was lost in thought. My old friend habits reserved. We used to roast and serve the stuff up ourselves and even took out the garbage. Only recently we were able to hire people to take care of the grunt work. I see. Let's change the subject. Talk a bit more. He shakes his head solemnly. Seems that you're not charismatic enough to get this fellow quiet. Oh, no. Fine. I won't bother you then. Okay. This guy. Oh, jeez. A tall man with extremely broad shoulders, dressed in a woolen shirt, standing near the grill. He's whistling some tune. It sounds like a dance of the Knights of Prokofiev. When he hears your footstep, he turns to you with a wide grin. There's something unsettling about this man, something very wrong. Yeah. Want a bite? Come on over. We make the juiciest, tastiest, best roasted meat in the West. Sounds good. What kind of meat is it? He twirls his mustache and winks happily in your direction. Don't fret. 100% lamb and poultry, and it's a bit of rat meat, but you won't notice the difference. Check your wares. Roasted meat. 244 rubles. Jeez. Need a discount? Yeah, I'm sorry, just the kitchen employee can simply change the prices. All right, maybe we can answer some questions then. What's the connection to these two guys over there? You mean Ivan and Anton? There are true breadwinners around here. There's nothing to this business compared to them. Roasting meat is stupidly simple, but planning for the future, getting suppliers, getting up contents, it's the true art. You sound like a very loyal worker. Another question? Smile never leaves cook's face on the surface. He's feeling that there's something wrong with him. About him. Tell me about this place. Paragon asks no questions, likes people who make money. What else do you need? My only wish is the local politicians wouldn't stop bickering. I know nothing about them, but even when they're eating our delicious meat, they stare at each other like wild animals. Interesting opinion you've got there. Now another question. Where did you learn to cook in this day and age? I'm not cooking. Cooking means making fancy dishes out of cheese and oysters. I'm just roasting some meat. Any red-blooded man can do it. It's barbecue, not fancy French cuisine. I see you're passionate, but you're working on the question. Maybe you'd like to share some rumors. The cook draws on his strange symbol of loot in his finger. He looks like a horn or a cornet or something with a cork in his bell. Have you ever seen this symbol? Somebody around here is going around drawing it in big towns and maybe even out of the waste. Some folks have tattooed it to their bodies. I can't tell you why. I don't know the meaning. But if you ever see a man wearing this sign, run away. Don't even let him talk. Better yet, get him down where he stands if you have the guts, because this man isn't a man at all, but something much worse. Avoid the symbol then again. Thanks for the question. Sure, are you hungry? Want some meat? Okay. Is there meat in there? I think I can get in there. This guy didn't over here. Conquer the Life Unplugged. Standing before you is a large middle-aged man dressed in a shabby black suit. He's shouting out slogans and watching carefully passerby. Seeing these grab your attention, he clears his throat and begins his speech. Possibility to buy your own car only today. As a car salesman. Hello, good sir. Welcome to Cormier Evan Partners Car Dealership. We are a young but fast-growing company specializing in distribution of rare and therefore very valuable commodity pre-war automobiles. And I'm not boasting when I say that we're great at what we do. We're ready to make custom deliveries of any vehicle from a warehouse as quickly as possible, in accordance with the exact specifications. Moreover, a small surcharge, and you can even choose your color. Are you interested? Tell me about yourself first. Sure, let's chat. What would you like to know? Tell me about yourself. What did you go for this Carmen? Name is Harlan. But before the apocalypse used to be a TV host. Maybe you've heard of the game show Wheel of Luck. Sadly, it didn't air for long because of the war. Let's just say people had other concerns about the bomb started falling. Understood. What did you do after that? My colleagues and I wandered about the irradiated zones and finally being picked up by some search party of some true guard. But that's the whole story. I don't feel like getting into that. That's a whole other story. How did your company, Cormier and Partners, start? After we discovered the warehouse, we decided to move to Paragon and start our own business. At first, we ran a good delivery service. However, it quickly became apparent that our profits couldn't match our expenses. On top of that, robberies were becoming more and more frequent because, a car is a valuable prize for a bandit. Agreed. What happened next? Hiring additional security was too expensive, so that Paragon and Krasomeni don't care about their people's safety. Working together with caravans under their predatory conditions wasn't an option. When we got the idea to go into car sales, eventually we ran out of cars, but hopefully by that time we'll have earned it enough to have a good life. Who are these partners mentioning the company name? Old colleagues of mine when I worked in TV. They handle all the logistics while I'm the face of the company. That's the business talk. And the main salesman. Right. One more question for you. Pretty interesting rumors lately. Not long ago, this captain and I told me every time Hesperus stars in zenith, beautiful half-naked maidens appear in River Delta like mermaids in old tales. They sit on old stones and weep piously for all the sailors of the lost sea. Oh, you don't say. Right. So one more question. Oh, what do you have for me? So proud to share the best vehicles. You want to be the off-road king, or would you like to drive peacefully in pavement? Okay, give me a full list of cars that you're selling. That's quite a list. The best Soviet SUVs, UAZ and Niva, P25,000 each. A comfortable Lydia sedan for 17,000, as well as a value for the money hero economical Zafra Frets for 12,000. Moskowitz cars are unfortunately too popular to keep in stock. They've gone and not coming back. So this day, very day, I sometimes see these legendary cars always in usable condition, of course. Good value for money. It's really a wonderful choice in partner. I want something cool and fast, so go red. We'll choose blue, a nice neutral color. Okay, one blue is quite a bargain. It costs some pitiful 12,000 rubles. Once you reach payment, your car will be delivered within 2 weeks. Deal? I'll check back later. Sorry to hear that. We'd like to offer financing, but economic conditions and post-nuclear wasteland loans are extremely risky business. We therefore eagerly await your return for payment. Okay. See what it looks like. That's funny. Used car salesman in the apocalypse. Now, what's you got to talk about here? Mustache guard looks at you in distrustful, but not in a friendly manner. Well, hello there, stranger. You don't look like a local. Who are you? My name is. The man shakes a hand in his firearm in his belt and crosses his arms. Glad to meet you. Call me Winter. By the way, would you like to earn some goods? Sure thing. What's the job? The man looks through his eyes in a moment and looks concerned. The wolves have been eating our crows, even though the herd is a major food source for us. Nobody has time to deal with the little pack. The merchants have no interest in helping, of course. They don't even live here most of the time. What are you willing to give me for that? Man thinks so, then snaps his fingers. How about some ammo? I have some of that. Ammo will do. Where can I find these wolves? If you walk to the pasture near the den, but it has to be now. I don't want you to don't know when I'll get my next break. I can lend a hand to. Okay, lead on. Alright, here we go. You leave Paragon on a dusty road. It leads into the grove between various fields. After about an hour, you reach your destination. The mustache guard tells you to stop and ducks down. Raising a finger to his lips, he points to a small wolf pack, feasting on the open assorted meats of a runaway cow. Quiet, damn it. There they are. Let's take them down quickly and head home. But remember, I've got my eye on you. If you take off before the job is done, you'll be branded a coward and won't have anything more to do with you. You don't need to worry about that. I'll show you the beast who is at the top of his food chain. Right. Okay, there. I probably should put my... Oh, I don't think I can't use that one. Yeah, I can't use those anyway, so let's just use the knife. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Oh, this isn't good at all. That guy's dead. Good. Oh, this is not good at all. I just died. Okay, that's not good. Okay. So where did we leave off? All the way back here. Oh, man. Alright, so let's go talk to this guy. We already talked to this guy over here, but let's just get it done with. There's nothing really to take here. Okay. She's not here anymore. I don't think we talked to her yet, though. Oh, there she is. All right. Okay, good. Still successful. Okay, just going through all this stuff again, just in case. All right, and these guys, I did talk to all these guys again, so let's do the same thing again with these guys. So I think it's going to be the same question no matter what, and the same answer no matter what. Okay. And this guy, the meat guy. Okay, all right. And you get the car salesman guy over here. Oh, he's over here. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, so now I can't. It's okay, I died anyway. It's okay. I don't think we could have handled the quest anyway. Alright, no worries. Let's go talk to this guy. Smelling young man with a short black beard is taking a leisurely stroll along Paragon. Whistling an unfamiliar tune. When he spots you, he offers you his hand, slaps you on the shoulder, and asks, "Hey, buddy, can I congratulate you on your happy and productive day?" "Sure, I can." "Look at you. You're a natural born businessman, a player on the international market. But you know what?" Man unceremoniously grabs you by the shoulders and pushes his face close to yours until your noses are all but touching. Even those who are on the top sometimes need a good advice. I'd rather just talk. I ask some questions and stuff. I love a good chin wag. Tell me what you want to know. What's your name? Borislav. I can simply call me Borislav. It's a good name that makes great PSs. People see it as something ancient and rare, or in other words, stable and elusive. My parents certainly knew a lot about marketing. Is your name? Now, another question. What do you do? I'm a suckner. The word comes from the language of the rich. It means success trainer. Get it? First, I've heard. Time heard anything that can I ask you something else? Tell me about Paragon. Paragon refused to discuss the higher ups and the constant squabbles. Sort of thing isn't interesting to a man of business. What is interesting is that Paragon is a marketplace, a place to trade your wares and ideas. It's a network. Boy, if I had 1 ruble for every contract I made in the area, I'd have hot food and a bed every day for a year. Do you have any good rumors? What rumors? I got it. What you meant to us was, have you got any actionable business intelligence reports? And sure I do. For example, recent data suggests that fewer people are watching the Krasmentary TV channel. They're losing faith in the mutant weird-toed phenomenon. Bad news is there's not much profit to be had in TV commercials right now. Good news is Krasmentary TV never allowed commercials anyway. So ratings are down. Interesting. Another question. What was the advice you planned on sharing with me? Man gives you a quick once over, thinks about something for a moment, and finally smiles. Continue. First of all, is this: use your time, don't let it use you. In serious business, even time meant sleeping may be productive as long as you restrict yourself to only 3 or 4 hours and the market is closed. Those who sleep during the day endanger their PS. PS means potential sales. This man is a term from the language of the rich. Using the language is very important since it has shorter words. Word means word, by the way. This is how pronunciation saves you a syllable whenever you say it. What? Sure it does. Now, that's what I call saving time. Oh, you've got me hooked. Got any more advice? Man smiles and rubs your shoulder gently. But got all of that straight stuff, huh? Great. The next thing is an active rest. If you spend your time drinking, you will lose it. But if you spend it reading an old book, Marx's Capital, for example, your rest time will serve your goals. Well, Z, any more of the solid, good old advice? Your conversation partner slaps you on the shoulder. Sure, the most important thing of all, always keep yourself busy. Sell yourself. You aren't currently talking at all. We're actually haggling. I'm selling you my business ideas, my advice, my ways of thinking. You're selling me your attention and your 30 rubles. What do you say, colleague? Or the language of the rich, wanting seal this PS, comrade? Hold up. Why do you need 30 rubles? Man goes pale with a trembling hand. Loosens the top buttons in his shirt and inhales deeply. I need a drink, see, and I've been dry for 5 days. I'm so addicted to booze, my brain can't function. Please, I'm begging you, help a guy out. I beg you. Don't have that kind of money, pal. Well, are you sure about that? Maybe there's some money in your boot or in your pocket you forgot about. I'm dying here. Jay Beggars, maybe you've heard it. It's called execute. I have to go. Okay. I don't think I have any. Is it a building I can go into? So if I can go in here. Anybody in here? Let's see what's in here. Oh. I don't think there's anything in here. Who's this guy? A tall man with a slight stoop wearing an old-fashioned jacket gives you a hard once-over. Then he rests his hand in his healthier holster. leather holster, which is embroidered with gold and red threads. On the other hand, motions you to stop. Stop, hold on there, Buckaroo. Nobody just walks in to see the chief, unless you have an important message for him, that is. So that's it. There's no other way to get in? Nope. There ain't, sorry. Only if you have an important message. What if I ask you real nicely? You can get down on your knees and beg if you like. I was not told to let anyone in, and that's exactly what I'm not going to do. Okay. Yeah, let's not get too far. There he is in there. Let's go over here. I saw something over here. What's this guy doing? He followed me when the assault rifle is carefully monitoring the area from beneath a shelf of thick, brushy eyebrows. As you come, he begins stuffing a small clay pipe from tobacco in a bearded leather pouch. What you doing here? Just out for a stroll. Scratching your legs? That's a nice way to pass the time, I suppose. The man finally finishes tamming his tobacco, strikes a match against the sole boot and lights it up. He skillfully exhales a perfect ring of blue smoke in your direction. Impressive. Could you answer a couple questions for me? You seem like a decent enough sort. Go ahead, ask. Anything exciting happening around here? Nah, nothing special. The traders are in conflict. Let us fight as usual. But it's going to be this way under any government. Hey, Mr. Spock. Yeah, it's got like it is a lot like feels like Fallout. But it's going to be this way under the government. Also, the fella guarding the gates to the tent city keeps getting his cattle devoured. Although we're used to shit like that here. Every year is something new. Ah, I see. Perhaps I could ask you something else. The man lets his two forefingers and simultaneously smooths down his bushy eyebrows. He nods. Who's in charge in Paragon? Hell knows. I should tell you it's the guards, but that's far from the whole story. More accurate to say we don't really have anyone in charge here, and it's unlikely we ever will, unless you consider Fyodor Manovich to be the leader. He used to be the director of the local harbor. Who would have thought, hey, perhaps I should ask you something else. Any interesting goods come through here? I don't follow these things. They sell all sorts of shit in Paragon. Recently, this diesel vendor tried to convince me it cures Krasnov syndrome. That made me laugh out loud. Everybody knows that only pure gasoline helps fight Krasnov syndrome. Diesel and Krasnov syndrome. Let me ask you something else. Unusual lately. Man puts the back of his right hand to his left cheek and whispers loudly from the corner of his mouth. I heard the trader scribe, Kostya the Face, is badly addicted to fen. That's why he's so jittery, almost insane. I wouldn't be surprised if we find him dead one of those days. Horrible thing. Can I ask you something else? And that's it. Okay. What are you guarding here, pal? I shouldn't be telling you this, but I will because why not? The building in front of you is the headquarters of the Paragon Guard. All orders come through here. Those to the regular guard and to the knife and knuckle duster wielding vigilantes like the wolves of Paragon. I see you have... Okay, that's it. Alright, so let's go over here. Oops, where am I? Where did I go? That's weird. I don't know what I just did. That's really weird. How did I end up like that? Oh, there I am. No, that's not me. That's the guy I talked to. Okay, here it is. That was weird. There's something I saw. Yeah, over here. Ooh, looks like we get some stuff here. Scrap metal, yep. I'll take all this stuff. Scrap metal, empty bottle, waste paper, and we had all that stuff before, but hey, you can use it for bartering. It's always a good thing to grab whatever you can, as long as you're not stealing it. Ooh, what's going on down here? Get in this building over here. No, I don't think we can. No, can't go any further down there. Okay. Anything on the ground over here? choo. Where did I go? Nothing over here. Oh, that's the dock. Okay, oh, that's the boat. How do I get on the boat? Can I get on the boat over here? I don't think so. Whoa. Sorry if I'm making it dizzy. I'm just trying to get to know the controls here a little bit. What's going on over here? Don't think dizzy. This is kind of neat. Is there a mural there? Is there anything over here? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, that's the car guy I talked to before. This guy's probably still mad at me because I didn't tell him my name. No, okay, guess not. Can I go over here? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, let's see. Those are the guys with the food. I don't think there's anything more I can do over here right now. Let's see what's over here. Anything to... What's over here? No, it's just the docks right there. There's a boat, little boat right there. Tracks that go in here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do over here. So unless I want to pay the 30 rubles there. Actually, I did just find a bunch of stuff. Maybe I should go talk to... Let's go... Who can I sell with? Oh, yeah, let's go to the... Can I barter with her? Oh, yeah, I gotta check to see if I can barter with these people. Because in the other town, I could barter with the people. I could trade it with them. Yes. What's she got? Corned meat. Rubles. She's only got 2 rubles. She's only got 2 rubles. Okay, I'm not going to talk to her. Alright, let's go talk to the meat guys over here. Should I talk to that guy? Oops. Barter. Alright, he's got a whole bunch of rubles, so I need 30 rubles. 7. Scrap metal. There you go. 28. Let's see here. Empty 10. There you go. Now I've got 30. And oh, he just doesn't have regular money. No, I was hoping he would have money. Nope, he doesn't have regular money. Close. Okay. What this guy? Yeah, he's got rubles on. Good. Let's see. This. Make us update 30. Okay, 30. Cool. This is plugged in. Plug must have came